Breaking news! The Chicago Bears have made some important roster moves ahead of Sunday's matchup against the Las Vegas Raiders. This is big news, and we're breaking it all down for you right now. But before we dive into the latest updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any breaking Bears news. Now, let's get straight to it. The Bears have officially filled their open roster spot. Linebacker Carl Jones has been signed to the 53-man roster after spending time moving between the practice squad and the main unit. That's not all. Chicago has also elevated two more players for this game, defensive tackle Jonathan Ford and tight end Steven Carlson. This move is especially interesting because it shows how the Bears are shuffling depth at key positions to prepare for what could be a tough battle against Las Vegas. And trust me, the tight end situation has a twist that you're going to want to hear about in just a moment. Now let's break this down. Signing Carl Jones to the 53-man roster isn't really a risky move. He's not the type of player other teams are likely to snatch up right away, so bringing him in now saves the Bears from using up one of his limited practice squad call-ups. Remember, each player only gets 3 of those in a season. But here's where it gets more interesting. After the bye week, Austin Booker will be eligible to return. If he's healthy, there's a strong chance he's activated for that Week 6 matchup against Washington. That could shake things up on defense. As for the other moves, let's focus first on Jonathan Ford. With Grady Jarrett ruled out, Ford comes in as a massive body up front, 330 pounds of pure power. He's more of a classic nose tackle, built to clog the middle and slow down the run. And let's be real, the Bears have been gashed on the ground this season. The Raiders, meanwhile, are looking at this game as a chance to finally spark their run game with Ashton Jeanty, who hasn't exploded yet but is due for a breakout. That makes Ford's role very important. If he gets snaps on first and second downs, he could be the difference between the Bears finally stopping the run or once again getting pushed around. Ford showed flashes late last season when injuries forced him onto the field. The big question now is, will he step up again when the Bears need him most? Now, let's talk about the tight end situation. Steven Carlson has been elevated from the practice squad, and there's a clear reason why. Colston Loveland is not expected to play. According to reports, Loveland is dealing with a hip injury, and the Bears don't want to take chances with him right before the bye week. That means Chicago will go into Sunday's game with Cole Kmet, Durham Smythe, and Steven Carlson as their 3 active tight ends. Carlson will suit up and be ready to contribute, even though Loveland might test things out in warm-ups. Still, all signs point to the team taking the safe route and giving him extra time to heal. So, to recap, Carl Jones added to the 53-man roster. Jonathan Ford elevated to help on the defensive line. Steven Carlson active to reinforce the tight end group. These moves give the Bears flexibility, but the bigger story may be around injuries. There's even some early buzz that Kyler Gordon could try to suit up and give it a go. That would be a huge development, and we'll dig into that injury update in just a moment. Now, let's shift the focus back to injuries, because this is where things really get interesting for the Bears. As already confirmed, Darnell Wright, TJ Edwards, and Grady Jarrett are all out for Sunday. That's a big hit, especially on the offensive line and at linebacker. The Bears have responded by shuffling depth, signing Carl Jones to the 53-man roster and elevating Jonathan Ford to strengthen the defensive front. But here's the real storyline: who replaces Darnell Wright? All signs point to Theo Benedict, who's expected to step in for his first career start. And let's be honest, that's a huge test. Protecting the quarterback against this Raiders pass rush is no easy assignment, and Benedict will need to be sharp from the very first snap. Meanwhile, there's a little more optimism around 2 other names, DeAndre Swift and Kyler Gordon. Swift is listed as questionable, but remember, he was in the same spot last week and still suited up. Odds are he'll play again. As for Gordon, the buzz is building. Reports suggest he could attempt to warm up before the game, and if everything checks out, he might actually be active. That would be massive for the Bears' secondary, which could use his presence against a dangerous Raiders passing attack. The stage is set, injuries have forced tough decisions, young players are being thrown into the fire, and all eyes are now on whether Gordon makes his return. Now, here's where things get tricky. Is it risky to play Kyler Gordon right before the bye week? Absolutely. Sitting him would give the Bears extra time to heal him up. But when you're sitting at 1-2, the difference between going into the break at 2-2 or falling to 1-3 is massive. And this particular matchup is one where Gordon could be a real difference maker. Think about it, the Raiders have Brock Bowers, a dangerous tight end who loves to attack from the slot. They've also got Trey Tucker, a receiver with blazing speed who lines up inside as well. Gordon's presence in the slot could help shut both of them down or at least make life much tougher for Las Vegas. If he's healthy enough, the Bears almost have to roll the dice and put him out there. Then comes the other big storyline, with Darnell Wright out, it's officially time for Theo Benedict to step into the spotlight. The rookie will get his first NFL start, and his welcome to the league moment comes against none other than Max Crosby. Talk about trial by fire. Crosby is relentless, one of the most feared edge rushers in football, and he lines up almost exclusively against right tackles. The Bears coaching staff will do their best to give Benedict some help, whether that's double teams, quick throws, or running plays away from Crosby's side. But at the end of the day, there will be plays where it's one-on-one. Crosby will win some of those battles, no question. The key is whether Benedict can hold his ground just long enough to keep Caleb Williams upright and give the offense a chance to operate. This is the kind of matchup that tests a rookie's toughness and sets the tone for his career. I'm excited to see how this offensive line situation plays out. Ideally, the Bears would have preferred AZ Trapillo in this spot, but the truth is, Theo Benedict has earned the opportunity. He's been active, he's put in the work, and now it's his turn. Trapillo will still be available as the extra tackle, and if anything happens to Braxton Jones, we could even see Benedict slide over to left tackle while Trapillo takes the right side. Either way, the Bears will need every ounce of depth against this Raiders front. And that brings us to the bigger picture, this game is massive. Two teams sitting at 1-2. The Raiders are a slight favorite, but let's not forget the Bears were underdogs last week too, and they came away with a convincing win. The difference? This time it's on the road, with several starters missing. For Ben Johnson and the coaching staff, this is what you'd call an empty-the-tank game. Do whatever it takes to get to 2-2 heading into the bye. No one cares about style points, it's all about finding a way to win. Because if you pull this off, you buy time for key players like TJ Edwards, Grady Jarrett, and Darnell Wright to get healthy, and you set yourself up for a real push starting in Week 6 against Washington. Lose, and the season isn't over. But climbing back to even becomes that much tougher. That's why this matchup against Las Vegas feels like a turning point. Win it, and you carry momentum. Lose it, and you're staring at another uphill battle. Either way, tomorrow is going to tell us a lot about who these Chicago Bears really are. If you're a true NFL fan and want to stay updated with daily news, trade rumors, and all the latest buzz around the league, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We bring you breaking news, expert analysis, and in-depth coverage so you never miss a single update about your favorite teams and players. And here's the most important part, don't forget to press the bell icon. Loudspeaker that way, you'll be the first to know whenever we drop a new video. Stay ahead of the game and be part of our growing community of passionate NFL fans.